Okay, kids, let's go.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Hello, what have we here?
You guys are so funny.
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't
Never
C3 penis face and R2 dickhead.
Hello there.
Looking? Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy. World's Rocket Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name's Mopar.
My name is Commander Cody. This is now an ASMR podcast.
This
It's Tuesday evening,
Tranquil
October 12th.
Central.
6:10 p.m.
Get in
Thanks
your
everybody
position.
for tuning in.
Deep breathe. Breathe in. Exhale
In
through
for
your ass.
4 and exhale out of your fucking endometriosis.
Nether region.
That's not the word. What's the technical scientific term for your skin?
Oh. I don't know.
That's what I was trying to say.
Endomorpheus.
Something like that.
Endo-
Have you ever listened to? No, that's a disease, not a disease. Something bad.
Endomorph.
No, there's a name for your skin. It starts with a D.
Skin.
Like your
Endo-
skin is an organ and it starts with a D, like scientifically. I
I'm
swear.
figuring this out. Hold on.
This is a science podcast.
I like figuring shit out. It's never been.
Can you just go to Wikipedia and type in skin?
Dermis? Is the only thing. I can go with.
Epidermis.
Epidermis?
That's it. Yes. Oh, for skin in humans, see human skin. That's such a weird Wikipedia article to look up.
Now that we figured out all that.
Wow, dude. The epidermis. Yes. Epidermis. Apologies there. Have you listened to any ASMR stuff?
I don't know what that is.
It's supposed to be like sonically pleasing. So it's usually people talking like quietly like this. You can like hear like all the inflections of their voice and like their lip smacking and everything. As someone who hates hearing people chew, I have whatever that disease is called. I can't stand it, but apparently it's a big thing. ASMR is like very popular.
I think I tried it once, and I'd
not for me.
rather listen to natural sounds, water running,
Totally.
or like
Yeah.
bugs. For how dumb that sounds, I always slept with the windows open, and up east of Cleveland, you get a lot of bugs and tree crickets and frogs and nonsense. So
The trees do make a lot of sounds. The ants, they're walking around, you know.
the trees do. I mean, honestly, the trees made a lot of sounds. A lot of
I agree.
squeals. So now that we're done with that fucking dumbass shit, we're gonna get into some Star Wars stuff and some nerd nonsense.
Yeah, a little bit of Star Wars and a little bit of, I think, video game talk we're going to kind of dive into this episode. There's a couple things that have been going on and have been on my brain that I want to talk about.
Yeah. I did a small dive into the Sith species.
Okay.
And I learned some things that I think you guys will enjoy. I don't know why I'm talking now ASMR style.
We're going to talk about the
ASMR.
Sith today as a species before they became a cult.
Mopar is quite the fucking opposite of ASMR. So
Yeah, I was
Here we
going to
go.
say, yeah, it's usually shouting
shouting
occurs,
and a little bit of raspiness and expletives. So,
wheezy, laughing, you know.
yeah. I do want to. I'll just start this fucking thing off. I'm going to share my screen.
Let's go. Let's do it, dude.
Oh, I can't. No,
Try again. I got the setting right there, right at the right time.
All right. So what I'm looking at is a Chrysler slide. Like I said, I did a quick Sith species dive, and they were talking about Korriban and like how the Sith species came about and why they're connected to the dark side. Short story is Korriban is a like what do they call it?
Oh, goddamn, you made a thesis about this. You got a whole document and everything.
Well, this is my podcast points. This is what I refer to during the show, so that you guys get an insight. Well, first of all, look at these fucking savage beasts at the bottom.
One of them is a Gamorrean.
No, you know what this is? Is force manipulated creatures by the Sith. These are like dark engineered, manipulated species, and that's why I put Mass Effect. Anyone? How like they took some species and manipulated it to be like better or more evil or crazy.
Yeah.
That's some fucking crazy. And this is the picture they showed. I was like, holy fuck, is that like an evil Wookiee and a Gamorrean? Oh my god, look at
That's what it looks like. I don't know what the fuck that thing is.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. What I was trying to say is, Darkside Nexus. So Korriban, I know I spelled it wrong there. Darkside Nexus. So essentially, it's like naturally Darkside. Long and short of it. But even all of, not only are the Sith species strong, basically every single one is a Force user. So they said basically the light side, like say Yoda species. Not every Yoda species has to be necessarily Force sensitive. But from the sound of it, every single Sith species was very strong in the Force because of Korriban. And basically it, after thousands of years of evolution, it just became one with Korriban, which is a dark side, basically.
Yeah.
The whole thing's fucking fucked. Korriban is fucked.
It sounds like witchcraft and like dark magic.
It is, and that's what I put here. The magic that was closer to what we saw the Night Sisters using, which I always thought was fucking epic. I really wished we actually saw Sith use it, and we saw a bit of it. I'm gonna stop sharing. Oh, last thing I want to do is the Chrysolite.
Swamp thing?
Chrysolite. It's like a crystallized rancor devil.
Damn. Yeah.
This thing's straight out of fucking Fallout 4. Look at this thing up there.
Yeah.
Fucking holy
It's a
shit.
radiated dark side beast.
I'm stopping there. Yeah, I was doing kind of a quick dive. They made this like elephant rancor insect thing. Dude, it's like scary on Korriban. I hate the fact that the Korriban we saw was just a desert wasteland with empty tombs.
Yeah.
Because that place seemed to be a devil ground.
Well, I actually was going to say I kind of liked it because it gave me very much ancient Egypt, mystery, pyramids, hieroglyphs, mummies. It gave me a very ancient Egyptian vibe.
Well,
at least Korriban that we know in
what
KOTOR.
is ancient Egypt? It's a fucking desert wasteland that used to be a thriving area. Exactly.
Right.
So
And they were into sorceress shit and trying to preserve their dead bodies and like channeling gods and powers and building some of the craziest structures in the world. So there's definitely some magic going on there.
Oh yeah. Well, and like the Sith rituals that the YouTuber was talking about, obviously like enhanced armors and weapons and that sort of thing. But they said there was like a Sith blade that literally was enchanted to make the defender go mad. And it's like every even if you're blocking it, you're just going insane slowly, and it's like that's so fucking cool.
That's
I
awesome.
want it.
See, that's what makes me. I think somebody in our Patreon group chat on WhatsApp was asking, "What do you normally play through on KOTOR? Dark side, light side? What's your percentage of playthroughs?"
Oh yeah.
And like, I do feel like a dick me in dark side, but like the powers are so much better. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're well matched. I think light side and dark side they're pretty evenly matched as far as like how powerful the powers are.
Well, it's how you perceive power. That's the whole thing of it.
True.
There is a power in healing your friends around you and then shielding yourself. And then there's the
Right.
dark side power where it's attack. Like, it all makes sense. There's a really nice balance.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to turn down the opportunity to use Force Storm and shit like that.
Death field. I absorbed everything. I'm alive.
Yeah. and then, what was it? What's the third evolution of like the choke power?
Kill.
I should have known. Murder, force murder. I had that one. Yeah, just the dark side powers. They remind me of everything that you were just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? First of all, I learned a lot just in the 5 minutes that I watched. It was a full half-hour video. I only got 5 minutes into it, but well, children happen. So
You should watch the whole thing. He gets to this point where we're saying like the Sith were terrible and this was all fucking bullshit.
the first 5 minutes was a hoax. Here's the real shit.
It's all fake news. I mean, come
Starting
on.
and yeah. No, to close up the KOTOR stuff, I play probably 75% dark. I'm usually a dark side female or a light side mullet man.
Mullet Man's a good choice.
That's my blend, but I don't know what it is about. Like I thought a dark side female would be fucking wicked as like Darth Revan.
Yeah.
Plus, you get the cracked face and stuff, and it just looks witchy. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
creepy. And, yeah, so it just made sense in my head. But I think it's more fun playing as dark side, but I think the game is easier light side. I walk through and use Force Valor, and I just slice fuckers up, and you can't fuck me. You're not allowed.
I think it's pretty evenly matched because when you're dark side, you can basically skip so many side quests and so many things by just killing people, and then you get a lot of extra credits as well. So
True.
I don't know. I feel like dark side. There's a lot of benefits to going dark side.
Yeah. Well, the other one is insanity, force insanity. No
Yeah.
one even wants to attack you. You're just like, hey.
Yeah,
And
insanity,
I'll
and
go,
then storm a couple times, and everyone's dead. Yeah, I haven't done a pure force side. Force side, that doesn't make any sense. A pure force power build in a while. The last time I played, I was trying to go through his blasters, and I got halfway through Tatooine, and I was annoyed because you can do it, but it's just tedious. It doesn't feel like it's any fun. It just takes forever. You just have to sit there and like you're virtually rolling dice forever.
Yeah.
But the last few playthroughs, I didn't do force power focus. I was doing combat focus. So all this talk about the KOTOR remake and everything, I kind of want to pick it back up and go just pure Sith Devil, all force powers,
Yeah.
scoundrel build.
It gets pretty. It's one of those games again. And we're not going to sit here and talk about KOTOR, but guess what
We
we're gonna
might
fucking do?
talk about KOTOR the whole episode.
It
It's
is
fine.
really groundbreaking how you can change the game, like with your decisions. You can kill your own companions. You can pit your companions against each other. If you
Yep.
friend Zalbar enough, he will murder Mission for you. That's so fucked.
Thanks,
and
buddy.
I love it. I've only
Yeah.
done it once because I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But when I did it, I was like, Jesus, I can't believe I made this guy do this.
Yeah.
I'm Darth Revan, by the way.
Right. I can convince anyone to do anything. I'm very persuasive.
Here it was.
Mainly because that's the only skill that really mattered was persuade.
Well, you had to do all the backstory stuff, and but
Here's a question. So, is any part of the KOTOR remake, are they going to consider that canon? Or are they just going to remake the game and then keep it in its own little world? Because I feel like they kind of, didn't they kind of, not undo Korriban, but they renamed it and it has kind of a different story? Because they talked about it in the Clone Wars when Bane shows up as like a ghost or an apparition or something. They kind of changed the story of Korriban a little bit.
that'd be a
Shinobi,
question.
you
Yeah,
gotta fucking
feel like
pipe
they-
up, dude.
I feel like they haven't closed the door on it.
Yeah.
But they haven't said anything about it, so it's just kind of in a gray area where
Yeah.
it could still exist. They haven't nixed it yet. Obviously, Exegol is a thing, but it's one of those things that like Korriban could still be floating out there, and almost at this point be a lost planet because there's no point. Think about this: what if the Jedi literally deleted it off their map purposefully so no one went there anyways?
Yeah. If it doesn't exist in the records,
Exactly.
it doesn't exist.
And that what a way to keep Padawans from being like, hey, well, I want to learn more about a planet, and accidentally typing a K, and this comes up. It's like Devil Ground.
Hell as a planet. Yeah, like all of Count Dooku's fucking ramblings in the Jedi Temple, trying to get into that dark side nonsense.
Now, did you see the I almost called it a prototype. The sketch. The sketch that didn't come to fruition. What am I
Concept
saying?
art.
Concept art. Thank you, Jesus. There was concept art of Exegol's walls, and it had like carvings into the stone, and there was a close-up picture, and one of the concept arts had Revan, Malik, Bane, all like carved into the walls.
Yeah.
So I think that's as close as we got. I don't think that ever made the screen.
Well, Revan as he's mentioned because there's a Shinobi will tell us in 5 seconds here, but I believe it's one of the regiments of the Sith troopers.
Yeah.
Was named after Revan.
But that doesn't mean anything.
But he, as a character and as a Sith Lord, he is canon.
No, the name.
Yeah. The name, like the character itself, is canon. But that's what I mean. Like when we
is not canon. The
Yeah.
name is canon. The story.
The name's tied to
abilities,
a character.
The history. Anything about Revan doesn't exist outside of a regiment.
But the
It's a
idea
blank
that he
slate.
was an ancient
Yes.
Sith Lord, that
Yes.
is true. But I guess it'll take until we get the remake, and if we know that it's all going to be canon or
Oh,
not.
that's right. Exactly. The name Revan is canon. That's about it. Shinobi also said Nihilus was a part of that wall.
Yep.
That's fucking. Ugh. What a way to. Even if you don't go down that path and you're Disney, the path being making
Good
all
shit.
these Sith canon.
Yeah.
What a way to at least tip your hat. Throw
Right.
it on the fucking wall, and even if you're not doing anything with it, leave it on the wall. Who gives a shit?
Right. We
And
give
then
a shit.
go create your. Well, you better put it on the wall.
You think they would go as far as to say the KOTOR remake is KOTOR 1 and
Legends.
2 in the same game?
No. I'm just gonna
No?
throw that out there. Absolutely not.
Dude, a lot of people love like gameplay and mechanics love
Absolutely.
KOTOR 2 more.
Yeah.
Story-wise and character-wise love KOTOR 1 more.
Yeah.
So they could fucking do both of them in the same game. That'd be
But they're
crazy.
not. I'm just
They
telling you. right
might.
now.
They might. You never know. You
I
don't know
hope
what they're
you're
going to
wrong.
do.
And you will be. You will be.
It'd be great to get both, you know.
I am interested to see. Turn the music back on. I'm hearing myself. Talk
Oh,
too
sorry.
much.
Oh, you stopped screen. You stopped sharing, that's why. Sorry, guys.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so on. Is it episode 5 where Yoda warns Luke? He said, "I'm not afraid. You will be. You will be." I want to know what scarred Yoda that much, because do you truly believe it was Sidious?
Well, Yoda's 900 years old.
I know he's seen a lot.
So
of
he's probably
darkness.
seen some shit before Vader even came and Palpatine even came to fruition.
'Cause I
I'm
feel
sure
like
he's just seen some shit.
I feel like the downfall of the Republic, while very political and a lot of people died, well, and I mean it was truly evil at the core. It wasn't like a, I don't know, genocide or, I mean, from a certain point of view, I guess if you're a Republican, I guess. I don't know.
For the Republic. For the Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Yoda's. Well, on one hand, he might just be trying to scare the shit out of Luke on purpose.
No,
Like, listen, kid.
definitely, even from a fake puppet mask green frog fakeness, you could tell he had seen some shit. He had that lazy eye going to. He's like, "You will be."
That puppet was fucked up from
That
all of
puppet was scarred. Bro.
scarred from all of his dark dealings.
Isn't that crazy though? That man, Frank Oz did a hell of a job.
It is crazy.
Jesus.
It is crazy. Yeah, watch back some of that stuff, and I actually started diving into more of the. I never watched all of the Mandalorian. I think it's called Disney Gallery or Star Wars Gallery, where they talk about like the behind the scenes of the show, and they do like a little roundtable. I hadn't watched all of those, so I started diving a little bit more into those as I was building a Lego set a couple weeks ago. And just the puppeteering of Baby Yoda and all that. It was just, I'm just always impressed at how well they do. They make things look real. It's ridiculous.
It's their job.
That is their job. They do a really good job at it.
Really real.
They do a real good job making things look real.
Man, I
So.
am. I'm hyping myself up about this Obi-Wan stuff. I don't
The
see
Kenobi
any
show?
way. Yeah, I don't see any way that it's not gonna just hit those chords that we've all been waiting for. You can't have if you fuck Obi-Wan up. I mean, we're shutting the show down for sure.
No, because we do better
When it's
the more that we get to complain about. So really the lifeline of our podcast is we should be encouraging Disney to just do horrible stuff. Because if everything's good, we really don't have anything to talk about. This show was amazing. I agree. It was amazing. Cool. All right.
We'll see you guys later.
Let's complain about Battlefield or something.
Battlefield. That's a thing, too.
Yeah, I'm excited for Kenobi. So it sounds like Andor and Kenobi wrapped around the same time, which to me is crazy because either Andor's like 15 episodes and Kenobi's like 4. They put so much pre-production into Andor. I can't fathom how that was announced like 3 years ago and it just wrapped at the same time as Kenobi.
I have a feeling they changed some stuff.
Yeah.
And/or COVID really did delay that much. I don't know.
They could have been like totally ready with pre-prep and then just didn't even start filming and took like a year off because of COVID. That's possible.
Yeah, but I mean,
the world will never know.
Oh, we're going back there. The world may never know.
It's just surprising, you know?
Yeah.
We've been talking about that shit for 3 years and it's just now done.
Yeah, it's that's another one that has a lot of potential with all fans included. Obi-Wan and Andor. I don't even care if you hated Rogue One. The timeline's there. The characters are leading up to and just beyond. I mean, we're right in the fucking thick of it. And for how much we all complain about the same timeline, this is their opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get Bail Organa, Mon Mothma. I'm assuming, not confirmed.
Yeah.
Saw Gerrera, maybe. Yeah, all that stuff's going to come
Ahsoka?
back. Yeah, maybe if they want to get if they want to make good things that people like, they're probably going to put Ahsoka in it. I can't confirm or deny, but you know.
Yeah.
If they want to do good stuff.
Let's see what if there has been any.
Well, as far as news goes, there are 4 new Star Wars books that have been announced.
Oh, really?
4 new novels that are all coming out next year. I saw as I was scouring the Star Wars webs earlier today in preparation for the show. So I can run through these really quick. One of them is an anthology. So kind of like, I don't know if you ever heard about or read those like from a certain point of view books, where it's like a bunch of short stories.
Yeah.
So there's a new book called Stories of Jedi and Sith, which is an anthology. So I think it's like 10 or 15 different authors. They're each doing like a short story about Jedi and Sith.
Okay.
Seems okay. Padawan is a book, young adult. And it's an Obi-Wan Kenobi coming of age story as he's a Padawan with Qui-Gon Jinn, which sounds a lot like a series of like 25 books that was already written in like 2002.
Young Jedi.
That I read all of.
Yep.
With Qui-Gon and Xanadu and all that shit.
Xanadu.
Remember that?
Oh my.
Qui-Gon's old like dark side apprentice. So I don't know. I just again feel like they're dredging up the same shit, and you're gonna think the same thing as I talk about the other 2 books. The next one is called Brotherhood, and it's about Obi-Wan and Anakin. It takes place during the Clone Wars, and I think it's about now that Anakin's been promoted to an actual Jedi Knight. I think it's about their relationship becoming a little bit less Padawan and Master, and a little bit more, "You're my brother, Anakin." They also specifically mentioned that business on Cato Nemoidia, so I think we're going to actually see what that was before Episode 3. And then lastly is Shadow of the Sith, and this is about Luke and Lando hunting down Exegol because they have clues about Exegol and Ochi of Bestoon, and that takes place before Force Awakens.
Oh, that early?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, because Force Awakens, it's all like 2 years.
And when they found Lando in 9, he already kind of knew a little bit about it.
Yeah.
He mentions he was kind of like looking for it with Luke. But the description of the book also mentions specifically Lando's daughter.
Oh.
So Janna in Episode 9, I think that's now totally confirmed that that's Lando's daughter.
Jeez.
So those are the 4 books coming out
There's
next
supposed to be
year.
how many? Trillions of people. And
The Force led them together, dude.
oh, that's what happens.
Dude.
Yeah.
So, 4 new books. One of them's young adult, one of them's anthology, and all 4 of them are, I don't know. It's all the same stuff. I'm so interested in the Padawan book, especially because I'm like, There's an entire series about this and this thing already. Like Obi-Wan as a disgruntled Padawan trying to find his place and calm his emotions. There was a whole series of books about that.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems interesting to fucking write another one.
Yeah.
Like, just re-release the Young Jedi series with a new cover. Put that shit back out. Everyone's going to eat it up. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they don't hold up as well as we would want them to, so.
Probably.
But if the new ones you're saying are still going to be young adult?
That one, Padawan, that one specifically
Okay.
is. The other two are just novels.
The Sith ones?
No, Brotherhood and Shadow of the Sith are novels.
Yeah, all right.
So that's what's happening in the Star Wars world. And as I was thinking about this, when the name Lando came up, I forgot that was one of the announced series for Disney Plus, Lando series, which I totally forgot about. We've talked about some of the Disney Plus stuff that hasn't come out yet in the past couple episodes, and I just totally forgot that was even in the works.
I mean, it's a good one to forget about.
And I know you hate Lando now, so you probably don't want to talk about it, but I forgot it was even on the docket.
Landonus Balthasar Calrissian III.
That's his full name.
Sorry, I mean, I just went to Wikipedia and searched Lando. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
If they were brave, they would name the series that. Landonus Calzar Calrissian.
The third. I wonder what his
14th.
dad did.
And his
Or-
grandpa.
His grandpa.
See, that would be a fun story. Who's Lando Calrissian the First? Brand new territory. 80 years before the original trilogy. Come on, dude. Can you hire us, please?
He invented smuggling.
I'm glad they're coming out with stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Obi-Wan and Anakin, we already know their whole story. Basically, ideally, it's going to tie into the Kenobi because they're coming out next year. So maybe that'll be cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, we all kind of really know the gist of it with Obi-Wan and Anakin. So.
Yeah, but that's what we want to see. Any more Anakin, Obi, Vader. That's what we need.
I guess.
Well, clearly we don't need Rey.
I have no comment, dude. Let's talk about Marvel and video games.
All right. Battlefield, a bunch of it. What were your... So the beta launched. I downloaded the beta. I
Yeah.
completely blanked on pre-ordering, so I had to, like, order the game to get the beta. I forgot. I know I pre-ordered Fallout 6, or Far Cry 6, but... yeah, I went to download the beta, and they're like, you don't own this fucking game. Good try, bitch. And I was like, oh,
But you
Jesus.
didn't get it with Game Pass?
I don't have
Because I
Game
hadn't
Pass.
pre-ordered it either, but I have Game Pass, and it let me download it.
Mm-hmm. I don't have Game Pass.
I thought you had Game Pass.
I got rid of it since I stopped playing Minecraft.
I thought like it came with free for the Xbox One S or whatever. Or Series
maybe it
S or
did.
whatever.
I just maybe I don't know.
But yeah, I was out of town over the weekend, so I only had the chance to play like 4 matches.
Yeah, I honestly probably played less, maybe 2 or 3. I wasn't having the bugs. I mean, there was some stuff that like wasn't working, which obviously is a bug, but it wasn't like taking away from my gameplay per se. I was running fine, I was shooting fine, I was killing people fine, I was using the gadgets fine. The one thing that I was coming across that wasn't working is when I was the medic and I got shot, it gave me an option to heal myself and nothing happened. I just laid there and died. And I was like, am I doing
Interesting.
this correctly or is it just bugging? So that was really the only thing that I had issues with. I guess maybe there was a couple other because I was shooting rockets at stuff and it went through it and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
But I mean, long and short of it, I mean, it's a beta. They're still working on it, so don't expect too much.
I know, but it
Everybody
comes
said-
out in like a month.
I don't. That's plenty of time. They got Lando.
I don't know, man. That's a fucking huge game. At least it's supposed to be a huge game.
What did you think of like the map?
I thought it was fine.
Everybody was shitting on the map. I'm like, I don't hate it. Like, there's ways around the map. You can fly over it. It's you can jump in that tank, and it's completely...
Yeah.
And you can run through it. But there was also tunnels under it, so it's like fucking perfect. So if I want to run on foot, I don't have to run through the tanks. There are ways around it.
Yeah.
I thought the gadgets were fun too. Like I was telling you, I literally had one of the classes. I had a drone that I lay on the ground and flip up a laptop, and I controlled the drone to EMP strike the tanks. And I was like, this is actually fucking awesome. I love this aspect.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I was getting killed. People were figuring out the game pretty quickly, and it's cross-platform, so you get fucked quick. But that's the game. That's Battlefield. What the fuck do you want?
Well, the real problem is the classes, because there's still kind of 4 classes, but you can customize each class before you spawn, and you can basically swap out whatever equipment you want.
Was it unlimited? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like usually in Battlefield, the assault class has all the medic stuff. The engineer has all the artillery stuff. Mm-hmm. The support has all the ammo bonuses and everything. And then the sniper has all the recon stuff. But now, like, you could spawn as a sniper and then swap out your equipment to have a rocket launcher. So that way, if you come across a tank, you can be a sniper and then also take out the tank.
But
so
the benefit was the bonuses. So so only the medic had the healing ability. Only the assault had the turret that you could throw down. There was specific stuff to each class that wasn't transferable.
You're talking like Battlefield 4, right?
No, I'm talking about Battlefield 2042. There was those special abilities that each class had. So the healing, you couldn't transfer the healing to a sniper.
Right, but you could get the fucking the medic bag. You could switch your equipment to the medic bag, and then you could heal anybody. Yeah.
See, the one thing that I saw was those special abilities, which the one I'm thinking of is the turret that you threw down, which I think was only to the assault class.
Okay, I didn't play with the turret, so I don't know.
Oh, so yeah, I think each class has a special ability. But like you said, you can customize your guns however the fuck you want, and some of the equipment you can kind of switch out seemingly.
Yeah.
But I do, maybe I'm wrong, but it just looked like, yeah, go ahead.
Well, it just made it weird because, like, typically if you need somebody to take out vehicles, you have to have an engineer in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to Battlefield. The whole shtick is like, you know, you have a 5-person squad. You're supposed to encourage team play. As you move through the map, you're supposed to kind of go through as a group, capture points, etc. You have some person healing, one person taking out artillery, etc., etc. But if everybody could just switch their equipment every time they spawn, and everybody can have a rocket launcher, it kind of starts to discourage that team play mechanic, which is a bummer. So like the map was there was a lot of spots in the map that were wide open, which is fine. But if everyone's sniping all the time, or if everyone's like staying in the enclosed areas and just being, you know, SMGs and stuff all the time, it's just kind of, I don't know. It didn't feel the same, I guess.
Yeah, so what I'm reading here is the engineer specialist, a.k.a. Boris. They put a name to some of these guys. Boris can deploy a sentry gun as his specialty, which automatically engages enemies. The support specialist can use basically a healing pistol. So you shoot your teammates from afar, and it'll still revive them.
Like Ana.
So it looks like there are some specialties.
I didn't even notice those abilities, I guess. I was just kind of talking about the like the equipment.
Yeah, honestly, I got to the point where I was just pressing random buttons to see what they did, and then one of the buttons flipped up a laptop, and I was like, oh, what is this? And that's where the drone came out. And then I did see the turret, which I was trying to place strategically, and I was failing horribly. But, yeah, so, of course, you get used to the maps, just like any other Battlefield game. Once you get used to it, then you can kind of strategize a little more.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I kind of like the openness a little bit. I do understand what you're saying. It'd be nice to have like you two be medics. I'll be an assault and commander.
Yeah, it just felt like everything was scattered.
Yeah,
And maybe
wonder
it's
if it does
because it's
limit
the
you.
maybe it's because it's the beta and no one knows how the game works quite yet. So everyone's kind of
Oh, maybe it is just
doing their
wide
own
open.
thing.
Maybe they haven't limited it yet. Maybe they're just like, just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Everything's available to everybody. Fuck it.
Well, typically, like I said, typically those pieces of equipment would be restricted to a certain class.
Yeah.
So that's the weird thing. That's like one of the big changes, I guess, that people are annoyed about. One other big change that I actually really liked is that you can swap out equipment on your gun while you're on the map.
Dude,
That
that's
is fucking
so
sweet.
Swip
So
out
you
your-
basically hold LB, and it gives you there's like 3 attachments, up, down, left, and right. So you can swap out the scope, the barrel, the handle, and the magazine.
Yeah.
So you can be close range, take somebody out with like the iron sights, and then hold LB and swap to a red dot, go outside, then you have like that long range. So that is awesome.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
as
okay.
someone who's like obsessed with like different attachments and like swapping out different guns depending on what range I'm at on the map, the fact that you can do that on the fly is really cool.
No, that's a good point. That definitely was something I forgot about. But yeah, I can definitely see.
That's
once
the
we
best
get used to
change.
the game, it's like, fuck, I'm using that every life. Every life
Yeah.
I'm going to be switching that in and out.
And you couldn't customize that, I assume, because it's the beta. But I imagine the full game, like I
just
can
start
pick
unlocking. Yeah.
the 3 scopes that are available on that weapon before I spawn, and I can swap between those. So that was cool. That was really cool.
Hmm.
I didn't have a chance to play it too much though. Just
Yeah,
a
it
quick
was
like
something that
hour-long session.
I threw it on, maybe for an hour, but I only played maybe 1 or 2. Honestly, maybe 2. And it felt fine. I felt like I was killing people somewhat regularly, and I died sometimes.
You
I
died
died
in a shooter?
sometimes.
No way, dude.
Yeah. It did seem a little vehicle heavy. Maybe that was just the people I was playing, and they were trying out all the vehicles.
Probably.
The one frustrating thing, I know it's going to be frustrating, was the helicopters are hella OP. Holy shit. Like,
Really?
Battlefield 4, when there was a really good helicopter pilot, you're pretty much fucked. This one, I was like, these are mediocre helicopter pilots, and they are just raping everybody. Because it's like mass damage.
Yeah.
So, like, they're just shooting a group of 5 of us, and we're all dying.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in 4, they really had to hone in on one person at a time.
But hopefully if the map is bigger, it will kind of balance that out.
Yeah, what did you think about, like, the grappling? Because that was the other thing about, like, one of the assault, I had a grapple.
I actually did not switch to the grappling equipment at all, so I didn't use it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, it's a fine line. Don't make it too awkward or too necessary, but to, like, get up to a roof sometimes, you're just like, fucking grapple, done, I'm here. Like, sometimes it's nice to be a little more difficult to get to a roof. Because you spend that time, I got to fly a helicopter over, I'll drop in and get to the
Right.
roof. Now anybody can just grapple up to it. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But now it helps us out because we can take out those goddamn snipers easier, I guess.
I guess.
Again.
Those snipers have rocket launchers now, though, so you're fucked either
Yeah,
way.
you're right. You gotta watch 'em. You gotta watch 'em.
I feel like I didn't get enough of again, just because I didn't have a chance to play it too long. I didn't have a good enough impression of the game. I didn't
There's
feel
no, like, squad play either.
Well, that's what I mean. I think that's because of the class changes. It didn't feel like you were in a squad. You had a
Oh, was
5-person
I?
squad. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't
It just
even
didn't
realize
didn't feel like you were with them the whole time.
Yeah.
Everyone's off doing their own thing, like Call of Duty. I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Did you see the robot dog you could deploy?
Yep. I didn't actually use it, but I did see it.
I shot a couple.
Yep,
was
I had to
"These
kill a
things
couple."
Fucking me up.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I just feel like they're adding a lot of dynamics to, like, a Battlefield 4. They're updating the graphics. All the weapons, all the vehicles are still there. They're just adding these, like, tech upgrades to each class that can really change the game. If there's a dude fucking people up in a tank, I can deploy an EMP over his bitch ass and then take him out while his system's down. It's so small, but it's like it gives you that little edge. That's what you're looking for.
Yep. Hang on. There's one thing.
There's 2 things.
There's one big thing that is coming with 2042 that I'm excited about. Aha! It's called Portal. Let me take a look. I think this is similar to how in 4 you could basically host your own server and change the rules and everything. So I'm iffy about the beta, but I think I'm still going to get 2042 because I love Battlefield and Portal seems cool. So Portal is supposed to be... God damn it. Can you just give me an explanation of the fucking thing?
Well, Portal is actually...
A game by Valve, yes, I know.
It's in an alternate universe, the doors were called the portals.
It's not just... I just want to know what... Oh, my God.
Have you heard this new band, The Windows?
I'm just looking for like a summary of Portal because EA's website is like, look at all these fucking awesome things. So EA revealed Battlefield Portal, a way to make, share, and play custom Battlefield game modes. It looks like a combination of creating your own server and like mods a little bit.
Oh, okay. So it says in a single game, you could literally do like one tank against 100 tiny robots. So literally, you can customize it. So yeah,
it allows everyone to create custom Battlefield sessions.
It's a very first-person shooter by the way of Looney Tunes. It says. So it's just like do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
100 robot dogs against a helicopter. Go.
Yeah, and you can have bots and AI. You can basically, creating your own scenario. So potentially, if they keep the operators classes as they are now, somebody could make a Portal session, like a server, and restrict certain equipment to certain classes.
Hell yeah.
So they could kind of get back to that original Battlefield feel.
See, that's a nice thing. If you open it up to the gamers, man, we'll create. It's just create all of it, and the gamers will make what they want out of it.
Yeah, just like the modding community in Skyrim.
Yeah, just leave it open.
So that seems cool.
I am interested to see what kind of game modes they are coming in with stock, because I did like a lot of the Rush and what are any of the other ones.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, especially in 4. I only play one of them, but 4 was really just loaded with different game styles. So it's fun to just switch it up every once in a while.
Yeah, you get always hooked on like the main one. I forgot about those. Game modes in Battlefield 4.
Like 15 of them. There's a lot.
Conquest,
there's a naval strike one. There's
Rush, air superiority, obliteration, deathmatch, capture the flag, domination, carrier assault.
Carrier assault.